Hello, so this is my presentation on software engineering. So, a description of what the field includes in the body of knowledge that the field would encompass is that software engineers would test by making sure that the application is fully functional. Software engineers would also improve through adding functionalities and features to the software application. They would maintain, which is to make sure that the software application is accessible 24/7 or close to 24/7 as much as possible. The software engineers' duties are to develop and design the software application to meet the standards of the client. So, what this means is the client is the person who assigns the software application to the engineers for them to implement the specific functionalities and the designs that the client would like them to implement. And they would also meet with their team members because a software application usually gets assigned to a team for development. And they would also meet with the client. And that is according to computerscience.org by Hutchins 2023 and also Michigan Technological University. So places that a software engineer would work or could work, these are a few examples here in the image, and also a few examples are Adobe, Airbnb, Amazon, etc. That's according to Indeed.com. So the minimum degree required is usually at least most employers require at least a bachelor's degree, so a BA or BS. In a relevant discipline like software engineering, computer science, information technology, or computer and information systems, although BS is more preferred than a BA, which is a Bachelor of Science versus a Bachelor of Arts in computer science. And the computer science and software engineer are the most common degrees that are accepted. Although some employers do not need a degree, so they may only need work experience. And that is according to computerscience.org by Hutchins 2023. So the expected growth in 10 years is 22% in the US, and also in Michigan, it's 11% through 2031. And that's according to Michigan Labor Market Information, and that is according to US Bureau of Labor Statistics for the expected growth in the US. So the expected salary is 147,000 in the US, $71 an hour as software engineers work by the hour. And in Michigan is 133,361, around $65 an hour. And this information is all up to date. So as of February 11th, 2024, according to ziprecruiter.com. So how many jobs in the US and Michigan? The number of software engineering jobs, and that is the most up to date. That is in the date of February 18th, 2024. So that is the very up to date and stands at 141,000. And that's according to LinkedIn. The number of software engineering jobs in Michigan, also very up to date as of February 18th, 2024, are 19,956. Also according to LinkedIn. So what is the pace of the work? Fast paced or slow? And the levels of stress. So since there's a software application being given to the software engineers, they would need to work long hours to implement that functionality as well as the design that is needed and requested by the client. And there are strict project deadlines. So yes, the levels of stress are very high, and these project deadlines are given by the clients. And if they are not met by the software engineers, this could be mean a big profit loss for the company as it was not delivered in the specified time and the expected time. And is very fast paced as technology continues to grow rapidly. So there's always features to be implemented. There's always new technologies that the software engineers need to implement as technology continues to grow and more features uh, continue to have to be implemented. And that is according to LinkedIn. So additional skills or degrees that would be beneficial are JavaScript. These are all programming languages. Python, SQL, HTML, CSS, collaboration and communication. Why this is important is because collaboration, usually a software application is assigned to a team. So collaboration within the specific portions assigned to the software engineer, and communication for the clients between the client and the software engineer to make sure all standards and needs are met, as well as problem solving and debugging. So debugging means making sure there aren't any errors, and the years of experience, which will really add as employers would like to see a lot of work experience, and that is according to springboard.com. So what type of work environment is typical? It could be in the office or studio or work from home, depending. Work from home is usually the remote jobs or hybrid. That's according to workbc.ca. So what type of equipment is needed for the field? So a laptop, desktop computer for programming, and GitHub is a certain so and GitHub for collaboration between the team. So it's called a GitHub repository. So each software engineer would get their portion. They would create their own branch and they would merge it into a software application to make one big software application. And IDE is integrated development environment. This is where the programming language would be implemented, and this is most commonly is Visual Studio Code and a Notepad for TXT files. So a Notepad is usually needed for the bigger type of software applications to create the full functionality. And this is according to developer.com, Morlock 2023. So the opportunities for advancement include associate software engineer, so entry level, that is usually college graduates, and that is less than 1 year of experience required. So that's an intern. Software engineer, mid level, 1 to 3 or more years, and also senior software engineer, which is very experienced, 5 to 8 plus years, and that is according to computerscience.org, Hutchins 2023. And what a senior software engineer does is overlooks the team and makes sure everything is fully functional and designed and communicates with the client directly. So travel, software engineers do get to travel and they travel to conferences, client partner offices, or their location, then that depends on the company. So Hillstone, and this is by hillstonesoftware.com, Aerosmith 2024. So how do I think this engineering field will impact the future? As it is because of it's because of technology advancements, and these are very important for the generations to come as technology is developing and evolving rapidly. So this will create an improvement in the community's lives because in this day and age, technology is used for almost everything. So that will really cause an improvement in the generations to come, their living. So, one of the biggest developments from this field is artificial intelligence and machine learning that was developed very recently, possibly around 2022, 2023, and has been advancing through 2024. And that is according to InsightGlobal.com's Morlock. So, that's one of the biggest, most recent advancements, developments from this field. So the average day of a life of a software engineer is to code part of a software application. So their job is to code a specific part. There's a big application, and they would code their portion of it. They would run tests for performance to make sure everything is functioning correctly. They would review code from another engineer and make sure everything is fully functional, and the design and are met and the needs of the client are met as well. And they would work on optimizing the speed and performance of the software application. They would listen to the client and company for their expectations, as that is the most important uh, person to for satisfaction in as a duty of a software engineer. They would be up to date on software technology and compatibility, so they would conduct compatibility tests. This means they would make sure that the software application would work on 98% of devices to make sure that most users could use this application, and they would be up to date on upgrades. And this according to forage.com, Kaplan 2023. And they would have interaction with their team members at least once weekly to make sure everyone is on the same page. And that is according to Stack Overflow 2023 developer survey. So how much variety might there be in a job in this field? So there's back end and front end. So, some software engineers might primarily work in the back end, which is the development portion, which makes sure that the software application is fully functional. The front end, some software engineers might primarily work on the front end, which makes sure that design aspect is fully met. So front end is the design, back end is the functionality of the software applications, according to springboard.com 2022. And this is the works cited for the websites in APA format, and this is the works cited for the images in APA format. And thank you.